For the second time in 3 days, the state has released a scathing report about the failures of the Employment Development Department. Today's audit says the EDD system's ability to prepare and respond to fraud was riddled with weaknesses. The ongoing scamming of the agency could end up costing taxpayers tens of billions of dollars. All week long, the NBC4 I-Team and consumer investigator Randy Mack has been reporting on this perfect storm of unemployment fraud, and he joins us now with the latest. Randy.
Yeah, Carolyn, the state actually says it could cost upwards of maybe $30 billion just lost to fraud. So it has taken a lot of work and a lot of effort to try to unravel this mess. But finally, some of the 1.4 million people who had their accounts and payments frozen as part of these fraud investigations are finally starting to see some relief.
It's people like Yolanda Machado.
I actually had like 3 panic attacks because I did not know what to do. I didn't know how to pay my rent this month. I didn't know how to help my family.
One of the 1.4 million Californians whose unemployment benefits suddenly stopped by the state before Christmas. She hasn't seen a dime since.
It just kind of feels like they don't care.
Or Jeff Gordon, warned by the state he may have been overpaid. Both stuck in a loop trying to prove to EDD they're real, not imposters or frauds.
I spent 4 days trying to get on, and it just kept crashing and crashing and crashing.
Gordon is talking the wait to get through EDD's identity verification screening, administered by the software company ID.me.
We block about $1 billion of fraud a week across the 15 states that we protect. The majority of that, about 3/4 is going to be in California.
ID.me CEO Blake Hall says that's $750 million of bogus claims filed with EDD every week since the state hired his company to verify identities in October. California recently suspended payments to more than 1 million people while Hall's team reviews claims from when the pandemic began in March through September. The ID.me process is designed to be simple. Once you get through online,
you need to create a secure login, so not just an email and password, but also a device to make sure that your account is secure.
Hall tells me about 88% of unemployed Californians have now been verified through the link, which requires a government ID, bank account information, a personal cell phone or computer, and a selfie that matches your ID. The account is attached to your cell phone or computer, so if your identity is stolen, the state will know the claim is fake if it didn't come from your device.
We get 200 text messages back per day, where somebody says that's not an authorized use, which means that these social engineering schemes are really
can distinguish real skin from a disguise. Since October, ID.me has blocked over 500,000 claims in California. Hall says he empathizes with those in need, still waiting.
We care about them. We're going to get every single one who's eligible through. And we're committed to that.
Machado understands how fraud has devastated the system. She's managed to get verified, but like 1.4 million others, still waiting on benefits from the government that never seems to be slow when collecting taxes.
I was born in LA. I've lived here most of my life. So for California to be letting me down like this, it's a big deal for me.
Right now, there's between roughly 800 and 900,000 people still backlogged in that ID verification system trying to get their IDs actually verified. But the fraud isn't just occurring within the system itself. Even when people are getting their debit cards and they have them in hand, scammers are finding a way to take that money right out of your pockets. How that's happening and what lawmakers are trying to do to prevent it is what we'll be discussing tomorrow. Reporting live in Chino Hills, I'm Randy Mack for NBC4 News.